Now, FC24 is the world's biggest football game, but I am going to be taking on it when it comes to predicting the Sky Bet Championship. And at the end of the season, we will see who has the most correct points at the end of the season. Kicking things off then on Friday night, where West Brom host Southampton. Now, at the Hawthorns, West Brom have been very good this season. I think, considering their limited resources, they can consider this to be a very good year. Southampton's unbeaten run came to an abrupt end at Ashton Gate in midweek, where they got absolutely hammered by Bristol City. But I do think they are going to bounce back from this. I think they're going to need to bounce back from this, considering Leeds are so hot on their tail. I think they're going to win 2-1. Over to FC24 now, where they agree with me that Southampton will get that away win. However, it's in slightly different circumstances. They do not think the Bays will even get a goal. Next up, we have Plymouth, and they host Leeds at Home Park. Now, Plymouth have been alright this season. The last couple of games haven't quite been going their way. I think it's going to be another similar one, where they're in the game, they just can't quite get anything from it. I'm going to go with a 3-2 win to the away side. Leeds, much better at home, but they still can get wins away from home. I think they need to win again to keep on Southampton's tail. On to FC24 now, where they think Leeds are going to absolutely demolish Plymouth away at Home Park. And they don't even see Plymouth getting a shot on target, let alone a goal. Now over to the Den, where Millwall take on Sheffield Wednesday. Two sides that haven't been great this season, and I think it's going to be a really boring game. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw, and I think Sheffield Wednesday will be the happier of the two sides, who are in desperate need of results to stave away from relegation. Now, FC24 completely disagrees with me on this one. They think it's going to be an absolute goal fest with end-to-end stuff and a last-minute winner for Millwall to see them take all 3 points. Now, on to Swansea versus Ipswich, where Swansea have had a really tough time. Obviously, last weekend they did get that huge win against Hull, but midweek struggles strike back. Ipswich, again, struggling recently, got a big win. I think they're going to, hopefully for them, going to carry that on. Away at Liberty, I think they're going to win quite comfortably. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win to the away side to take back to Portman Road, and I'll be very pleased with that. FC24 clearly agrees with me on this one to the exact goal as well. Ipswich were completely dominating for the entire game, despite both goals coming in that second half. So, next up, we have got Stoke, and they host Coventry. Now, Stoke haven't been very good this season. Coventry have had a little bit of a resurgence and looking like they might get in the playoffs. So, I'm going to go with an away win here. Although Stoke is a hard place to go, so it's going to be a narrow win for Coventry, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to the away side. FC24 has a slightly similar opinion to mine, but they think that Coventry are going to win by slightly more goals, and that Stoke are going to really struggle here. Next up, we've got Rotherham versus Watford. Both sides are really out of form, and the Millers have had a really tough season. Watford, on the other hand, I've been really disappointed with them. I thought they were going to be right up there, back up into where they probably belong, if in all honesty. But they haven't shown that this season. They've looked much worse than they did last season. And therefore, I'm going to go with the 1-0 draw. I think Rotherham have just got a little bit about them that may help them get a point here. And at half-time, I thought FC24 was going to agree with me. However, when Watford came out in that second half, it looked a completely different team and went on and dominated the rest of the game and deserved the 3 points. Next up is Preston North End versus Blackburn, the Lancashire derby. And I think that Preston will narrowly win at Deepdale. I don't think either side have been majorly impressive this season. And obviously, home advantage does count for something. Obviously, going to be a very good atmosphere there. And can't wait to watch the game. But I am going to go with a home win. FC24 agrees with me exactly again on this one, as they think that Preston are going to get an early goal and just hold on to that lead for the rest of the game and take all 3 points in this Lancashire clash. Norwich versus Cardiff now. Again, another two teams haven't looked that great. At Carrow Road, though, I can see Norwich getting a result. I can't see them quite winning the game, though. So I am going to go with a draw. And there's going to be goals in it, so I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this one. Now, FC24 clearly thinks that Norwich's last 3 games are no fluke and that they are going to carry us on against Cardiff at home in front of their home fans. I think they're going to win 2-1 in a very edgy game. Next up, league leaders and looking like champions are hosting Middlesbrough, and I think it's going to be a very routine win for the Foxes. I'm going to go with a convincing 3-0 win to Leicester City that will be massive for them and carry on this 5-game winning streak. FC24 agrees with me that the league leaders will score 3 goals, but they also think that Middlesbrough will get 1 goal back in a game that will see Leicester dominate for a large portion of it. Now, Huddersfield versus Hull. Huddersfield haven't been great either. They're really battling relegation at the minute, and Hull are trying to push back into the playoff places, and a win here could do that. I think Hull will win quite convincingly, as you know they've put last week's disappointment behind them with a big win in midweek. I think they're going to carry that on here, and they're going to beat Huddersfield 2-0. Over to FC24, where they completely agree with me again on this one. They think that Hull are going to go out 2-0 winners in a very comfortable game. They didn't even see Huddersfield register a shot on target. Now on to Bristol City versus QPR, and for me, there's only one winner. Bristol City has shown in midweek that they are able to beat the best. Now QPR are definitely far from it. They've had a little bit of a slight resurgence in form over the last few weeks, enough really to move them away from that relegation scrap. But I don't think they're going to win this one. I think Bristol City are going to win fairly comfortably. I'm going to go with them beating QPR by the exact same scoreline they beat Southampton in midweek. I'm going with a 3-1 win to the home team. FC24 agrees with me that Bristol City are going to win this one fairly comfortably as well, but they disagree in the fact that I thought QPR would get a goal. FC24 does not think this way. Now over to the Jobe Bellingham clash, where his former club Birmingham host his new club Sunderland. Now I think it's going to be a very tight game. Birmingham have looked slightly better since sacking Wayne Rooney, and Sunderland, they've been alright. They just haven't had that consistency they need to get into the plus. They've definitely got the squad ability for it, but they need to start stringing a few wins together. I mean, they're going to start today actually. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for the away side in what will be a massive result for Sunderland. Now, FC24 thinks that Sunderland will win this final game of the match week. However, they think they're going to win it slightly more comfortably and get that extra goal for security. So as you can see, we've got all of the fixtures that have been predicted coming down now with the scorelines. But I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you all very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe and comment your predictions down below. And without further ado, I will catch you in the next one.